Lady, and never knew what he was talking about. Oh, but don't you fly away, boy. No, don't you fly away. No, don't you fly away, boy. You know everything will be okay. Yeah, you know everything will be okay. Monday and he's back to work. Shiny shoes, a tie and a shirt. Everybody loved him so he had a beautiful smile. A good report, a pat on the back. Got his name on the company plaque. But nobody seemed to know that old Willie could fly. Oh, but don't you fly away, boy. No, don't you fly away. No, don't you fly away, boy. You know everything will be okay. Yeah, you know everything will be okay. Willie was a noble man when he lived in Birmingham, but he was losing his mind in a world of his own. Willie left on a rainy day, wings spread and wind in his face, but nobody knew that Willie could fly. Oh, but don't you fly away, boy. No, don't you fly away. No, don't you fly away, boy. You know everything will be okay. Yeah, you know everything will be okay. Oh, won't you stay, Willie, stay. Yeah, you know everything will be okay.
Great stuff. Rayland Baxter live in studio, 90.3 The Rock, WUTK-FM. Knoxville, Tennessee, 6 minutes after 5. Officially the weekend, guys. Congratulations. We made it once again through another week of life and all that it takes to live it. What kind of get box you playing on there, brother? Where'd you get that thing? It's beautiful.
This is a nice story. It's made by a guy named Stephen Reynolds out of Cornwall, Vermont. Right down the road from where Grace Potter's from.
There you go.
His son, Luke Reynolds, was in a band called Blue Merle.
Yeah, I remember that band.
Luke used to live on my dad's, where his house was. He had like an old beat-up cabin way out in the woods also that Luke rented, and this was for 6 months of rent or something.
Oh, there you go.
This was a Christmas gift to me.
Wow. It's beautiful.
In 2003. Made out of a bird's eye maple that fell in his dad's front yard.
Wow, it's beautiful sounding and looking, man. Barter is a good thing then, huh? Yeah, barter must be a good thing then.
I barter.
Rent, yeah?
I often barter.
You're a musician. I'm sure that does happen, man. Fantastic singer, songwriter, player, obviously influenced by people like Bob Dylan, Townes Van Zandt, and looking at some other research, blues people, Lightning Hopkins, Robert Johnson, people like that. But 2007, you took a trip to Israel and things kind of shifted for you, didn't they? I mean, or did the light really come on?
That's where it all kind of changed. I was living in Colorado, living in a camper with no heat, no electricity.
It's tough in Colorado.
Working 4 or 5 jobs. I wasn't having fun. got an opportunity to be a guitar tech for a band called Moonshine Sessions, which is a bunch of Nashville bluegrass musicians linking up with a DJ in Paris.
Wow.
And he took the whole band on a 3-week radio and TV and all type of tour throughout Europe, and I was the tech. And you know, when I was living in Colorado, I was writing a little bit and playing guitar, and then after that tour was done, I had some money, and so I bought a plane ticket to Israel, because my dad's best friend lives out there, still lives out there, and I posted up and lived there for 6 months and just kind of put my head in the sand, the sand being all of my favorite songwriters and writers and poets and artists, and I just watched and read and listened to everything I could. And yeah, that was nice. I just got into it for 6 months, stayed up through the night a lot. I don't think I ever recovered from the jet lag. You know, I just stayed up. I'd sleep until 3 and then stay up all night out in their garage. They had a studio built.
Wow. And
I just sit there and write notebooks full of stuff.
So contrary to news reports we get over here, it's not all bombs and fighting.
No, there were bombs going off every day when I was out there. You hear the bomb, the bomb whistle, boop, and you have 15 seconds to get to a bomb shelter. Wow. So they say nobody does it because they hardly ever make it into the town.
Yeah.
But when I was living there, it was one of the peaks of the headbutting. Between the Palestinians and the Israelis, and they you could feel them hit the ground and boom.
Wow.
And one actually landed a quarter mile away from me, right next to the school, but it didn't explode.
Right. So amidst all that craziness,
people are calm.
Yeah, you
everyone's
found
so calm.
Yeah.
It's a magical place. You know, we went to Jerusalem, hung out in Tel Aviv, which is a nice place to go party with the, you know. Yeah. It's just a party town.
Oh, I'm sure.
Jerusalem's incredible. Obviously, you can imagine.
Speaking about people who celebrate making it through another week, I'm sure that's what they do there as well. So, well, that's very cool. We're glad that trip ended up turning you into what it's basically turning you into now. That's a career musician, because we're all the better off for it as well. So let's talk just a second about whistle as an instrument. Something you said you've just really started to incorporate, right? Somewhat?
Just in the last year. Because I didn't want to play harmonica.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody can do that. You just suck and blow, you know?
Yeah.
So it's tied back to when I was a junior in college. I was visiting my dad, and I was listening to Polyphonic Spree on some headphones in the woods, whistling along to it. And I'm sorry, was this college? No, this is high school.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, it was college, sophomore year of college. He was like, man, Ray, you should write songs. You got a good ear. And so that was the beginning of it.
Right.
So the whistling started this whole thought process.
Right.
And just in the last year, I started whistling because I've been touring a bunch by myself.
Right.
And it's another instrument.
Yeah.
It fills up. You can mess with reverb and delay. And
it's always in tune. So. Well, before we get out of here, you got one more you can give us, man?
We got one more.
Right on.
Birdie Blue.
Okay.
All right. It's Rayland Baxter live in studio on 90.3 The Rock and on UTTV, The Rock Unplugged. Let her go, boys.
This is in the key of G, Odessa.
Okay.
This is not on the album. This is a song from the EP called Birdie Blue. There's an early bird tapping on my window. There's an early bird singing me a song. There's an early bird waiting in the willows for a lonely boy to come around the corner walking all alone. There's a bluebird sneaking up behind me. There's a bluebird shaking on my tree. There's a bluebird waiting on my number, but I'm waiting on my bluebird, Lord, to come and rescue me. Oh, but won't you see me when the sun shines down? Oh, won't you see me when the sun shines down? Yeah, I don't ever want to go far from you, 'cause I've got a pretty little bird and she's singing all alone. And baby, don't you know it's you, my birdie blue. There's a yellow bird talking to the barkeep. There's a yellow bird showing me her legs. There's a yellow bird walking down a dark street. But don't worry, birdie blue, Lord, I tell that yellow bird to fly away. There's a blackbird sitting in the shadows. There's a blackbird flying up above. But my love, there's a blackbird staring down your fellow. And I see the sun is shining, and I know I got some birdie love. Oh, but won't you see me when the sun shines down? Oh, won't you see me when the sun shines down? Yeah, I don't ever want to go far from you, 'cause I've got a pretty little bird and she's singing all alone. And baby, don't you know it's you, my birdie blue. Oh, but won't you see me when the sun shines down? Oh, won't you see me when the sun shines down? Yeah, I don't ever want to go far from you, 'cause I've got my pretty little bird and she's singing all alone. And baby, don't you know it's you, my birdie blue.
Great tune, man. Rayland Baxter, the name of the artist, getting help from Natalie in Odessa, and doing a great job, you guys.
And by the way, you guys should check out Natalie Prass's music.
Please, let us
incredible.
know. Natalie, where can they find that on the websites?
On the internet.
Step on up
On
there.
the website.
Yeah.
And Odessa's music as well. She's not quite done with her album, and Natalie's got an album coming out in February.
Yes.
What's Natalie's last name again?
Prass, P-R-A-S-S.
Prass, P-R-A-S-S.
Odessa Rose.
Right?
That's it.
Close enough?
She's going to come into the picture soon enough.
Very cool. Very, very cool. And on the websites coming to you very soon as well.
On the website. I'm going to see you on the website.
Well, man, it's great to see you again, and even better to hear you
Likewise.
guys again. And when you come back to our red neck of the woods, please step in the studio. We'll have the mics set up. We'll have the doors open, and another cold water awaiting you as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
cold water and some granola bars.
there you go, man. We know how to treat our guests around here. That's Rayland Baxter, and again with Natalie in Odessa. You guys, thanks so much. And just for you, here is a little blackjack mama from Towns Van Zandt himself on 90.3 The Rock, UT's College of Rock.